Welcome to Shock 'em Dead Podcast, Episode 9. Today we're going to be talking about Mortuary from 1983, starring Bill S. Paxton, Esquire, and Christopher George.
Is that his name?
That's the guy that played the mortician.
Okay.
And we're also going to be talking about Christmas, because it was a few weeks ago, and
we were gonna do one, but we didn't.
We were gonna do a Christmas episode, but we didn't because we got jobs.
Yay.
Money, work. What else?
Are we talking about what we've been up to?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, okay. Well,
let's get right down into it.
We're gonna mention we watched Silent Night, Deadly Night. Just mention it.
1 and 2.
Yeah. And our Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 garbage day. Or just Silent Night, Deadly Night. 40 minutes in, you get some dude with crazy eyebrows just like laughing to a gun. It's like that scene itself is funny for anybody that's just seen the clip of Garbage Day. And the guy's like, huh? And then he shoots a garbage can. It's like, no! But, I mean, if you just saw that clip, you'd be like, that's ridiculous. If you watch that movie, you're like, yeah, okay.
But the whole movie's ridiculous.
Yes, that's why it's just like,
It's like the first half of the movie is just the first movie because they had to figure out a way to re-release it like the first one. So they just...
It's a damn Tipper Gore bullshit.
Yeah, so they just made it a clip movie and then added an ending to it involving the main character's little brother.
That was so dumb. Like, the first one, honestly, wasn't that bad. Like, it's not a masterpiece, but I'd watch it again. But that second one, the reason you would watch it again is because it's ridiculous. Like, did that guy think he did a great job?
No, he even said, like, every time he'd do it right, they would be like, no, you need to be more crazy.
That's not even crazy. That's like if you ate like 8 boxes of snack cakes and then drank an entire thing of Jack Daniels and...
Scoot your mic over a little bit. You're talking into the bottom of it.
And then drank an entire thing of Jack Daniels and then fell asleep and had this weird dream about this random guy. It doesn't have the same effect because I stopped halfway through. But you know what? It's just weird. It's not even like, that guy's crazy. It's like, what combination of drugs are you on, sir? Like, you're supposed to be threatening to the counselor guy. Or what was that? He was in a police station and the guy comes in and just goes...
He was in a loony bin.
Oh, okay.
And that was the guy coming to evaluate him.
All right, well, maybe I just wasn't paying attention to that, but I just love how the janitor guy or whatever he was comes in and just goes...
He's not a janitor. He's one of the workers there.
Oh, but that was it. He just held his finger up to him, and the guy was like, or the main guy, I don't even know his name. The little brother is the dude from Silent Night, Deadly Night who punish him. Whatever his name is. That was ridiculous.
I have to look it up. We watched Shrek since then. I can't remember everything.
We have not watched Shrek. What the hell are you talking about?
Well, the main guy from the first one was Billy.
Yeah, I remember that because they said his name like every 5 seconds.
Billy! Let's see. Silent Night, Deadly Night 2.
Yo, he didn't even have a beard on in the second one when he was massacring at Santa or whatever. He went back to the orphanage.
Ricky.
Okay, yeah, Ricky.
Caldwell.
The nun had a stroke, right? And instead of just telling us that she had a stroke and she was in a wheelchair, that wasn't enough. They had to get like some magic markers and just scribble on one half of her face.
Yeah, like...
In some shots, it looked like they tried to do some some actual makeup, and others it just looked like they were like, oh shit, we forgot.
Yeah, because that's not what happens when you have a stroke.
No.
You just can't walk or use your arm or whatever.
I don't know why he'd want to. Like, okay, for half of the flashbacks that he was supposed to have been having, how the fuck would he have known about this stuff? Because he was an infant in the car?
Yeah.
When Santa Claus, like...
Well, I mean, his brother could have told him about that, but the stuff...
His brother got dead.
Yeah, the stuff, like, that happened, that night that he killed everybody. Like,
how would he know that? How would he know his own brother's experiences that he was not... there for it all. He was, and like in the first one, the nun, even exposition, the nun was like, his brother is such a good boy, not at all like him. Tries not to look at camera, but like, he just snaps. Like at the end of the first one, I doubt that they intended that to be a lead on into the second one, because when the brother gets dead, and the little brother, who's the main character of the second one, sees it, he's still a little fellow in front of his brother, and he just says, punish. Does he even say that? He just says random shit. In the second one, he says moo at one point.
Moo!
We had to rewind it. I was like, at that point, you know when stuff's so ridiculous, you're just like, yeah, uh-huh. But at that, I was like, rewind that. Did he say moo? He said moo. He did. Yes, he did. Told you.
He said moo.
But
the boy did say moo.
I'm sorry. Yeah, get you there. You're over there with your legs 50 feet apart.
I'm man-spreading.
Shit, I do that. I'm not very ladylike. But, yep. Those movies are ridiculous. I'd watch them again. I would.
Yeah, we still need to watch 3, 4, and 5.
Oh my god, I don't know about that.
They're on Tubi.
Well, Black Christmas is on there too. I know it's not Christmas anymore. It won't be in the Christmas spirit, but I still would like to watch it.
It'll be in the killing dumb people spirit.
I thought you were going to say killing dumpies.
Killing dumpies.
Is that like slang?
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, besides watching those, what else have we been up to?
I forget if in the last podcast I had beaten Dragon Quest 11. I think I was just about to, but I beat it. The ending was alright. It was just like...
Well, you went back and beat it. Remember, you said you beat it when you thought you beat it the first time.
I meant the last podcast. I was well into the second part.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I actually beat it this time, and the ending was just like... It's got the Stephen King syndrome. Not as bad as Stephen King books, but it's like you put all these hours and time into it, and then all of a sudden it's just like, done. You're like, what? Okay. Alright, so now I'm playing Dragon Quest 7 on the 3DS, and we got new phones.
Mine is right there.
Yeah, it's the webcam.
Yeah, because our webcam was awful.
Yeah. I didn't realize I had points on Straight Talk, because that's what I use. I've had the same number for years. And I was like, rewards, huh? What's that? I had like 50,000 points.
Oh, you had 250,000.
Oh, shit. Okay, yeah. And I saw like $300 off a phone. 10,000 points. I was like, all right. So I got that like 8 times, and I got us free phones. So I've been, we both downloaded Fantasian, that game that Nobuo Uematsu did the score for, and the dude that worked on Final Fantasy games helped with, and it's like dioramas. It's pretty cool. I need to play it more rather than playing Dragon Quest 7.
I played... Well, we've been on a South Park kick the past few weeks because we watched the...
It really is like I'm 12. I'm watching South Park, and for some reason, I'm listening to Anthony Kiedis' autobiography and listening to them. But it's weird. It's like I'm reverting back into being 11 or 12.
Yeah, but anyway, because you cut me off, we were watching the South Park pandemic specials and the post-COVID special and all that, and then we started watching the series from the beginning. And
it's weird to see those episodes that you saw when you were, little, not supposed to watch it.
And
in my case,
getting the weird little songs that Cartman sings stuck in our heads. Like,
we both woke up one day and I was thinking, like, he must have sang him singing the Wild West song. And he was like, man, I can't get that song Cartman was singing out of my head. I was like, you too?
Well, I'm a badass cowboy living in the cowboy days. Wiggy, wiggy, scratch, yo, bang, bang. Me and oh, stupid ad. Me and Artemis Clyde Frog. Me and Artemis Clyde Frog go save some Hayek from the big metal spider. A wiggy wiggy wig wig wiggy wiggy wig. Fresh cowboy from the west side. Wiggy wiggy scratch yo bang bang. Me and Artemis Clyde Frog go save some frog Polly prissy pants. Go to Rumple Tumpskin.
It's hard. You try singing it.
Well, it's weird without the beat.
Not you, because you.
I just did.
People. I just did. I don't sleep. That line, that was like, besides Garbage Day from Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, Garbage Day. That was my favorite line. Do you dream, Ricky? I don't sleep.
He just turned around and just like, I don't sleep.
And it closed up on his face. And then the psychiatrist was like, okay. Turn that page.
But since we've been watching South Park, I got the urge to dig out the old South Park Stick of Truth game, because I never beat it when it came out for whatever reason, even though it's really short. Oh, well, really short.
It's pretty short for if it
for an RPG.
Yeah.
And that game is hilarious. And so now I'm playing the Fractured Butthole. Or the Fractured Butthole.
Yeah, let's not make it vulgar, okay?
The Swollen Anus.
Is that the game my Uncle Nicky's gonna publish?
Yeah. See. What do you want to talk about, us getting jobs again and how you don't have to put in 1 million job applications anymore? We won't say where, but
I would wake up every single day. People don't believe me, and it kind of pisses me off. I mean, there are people that are like, oh, that's hard to believe, but there are people that are like, oh, okay. You know what? You try being out of a job and putting in applications everywhere you can and getting either no's for no reason or just nothing over and over again. I would wake up, like I said, check my email, see if anybody got back to me wanting to interview me, or I would go through the various apps I had for putting in applications like Indeed, Zippia, whatever the hell that was. I was like, I don't care, I'll use it. Looking on like Google job searches, like anything. And I, made up several resumes. My friend Judah, my buddy, helped me with putting together a resume, like a better resume, and gearing it towards whatever I was applying for. So I had several. I had interview questions and answers written up, and I practiced them so much that if I did have an interview, I'd be ready. And I was just getting nothing. Absolutely nothing. The only thing I did get was I was going to be interviewed for, it was like for life insurance or something to that effect. I mean, I know what it is, but I don't really want to say. But they were really nice, and I think I would have gotten a job there. But, both of us working, to me, is a better situation than me working. Because then, that's more money. But yeah, I'm really glad. It even took a while to get a job back where we did. It took about 3 months out of the 6 I was looking for a job. And just now, I'm getting emails that's like, hey, we looked at your application. If you're interested in an interview, I'm like, gee, thanks. But you know what? I'm glad, because I really didn't want to do. I'm not talking about the job that I probably would have gotten if I did the interview, because I had to cancel, and the woman was very nice about it. But I wouldn't have wanted to do a call center from home, because that was a lot of the places I applied to, and they'd be like, oh, you're not qualified. And I'm like, for a call center? What do you want? Some places you wouldn't believe would want you to have a bachelor's. I'm like, for what? What requires me to have a bachelor's degree. You just want to see some paper? I got some paper lying around. You want some money? I don't have that, so tough. I don't know, but yeah.
We're working.
Yeah.
Now
It sucked. That's all I was trying to say. It sucked. And anybody who thinks I'm lying could go frig off.
And so far, the job we went back to has been a lot better than it was the last time we worked there.
Yeah.
So that's good. There's been some management changes and stuff like that, and we missed our friends.
Yeah, definitely. I felt like Granny got let out of the old people home. It's you. It's really you.
Michael.
Yeah, definitely.
Brett.
It was like Michael and Brett. Michael and Brett. We walked back there to the meeting area. I really did miss our friends. I mean, we still talk to them a little bit, but it's way better when you could actually talk to somebody, you know.
Mm-hmm. But now we're on night shift again, so eh.
I don't care. We have a job.
Yeah.
We both can work. We both have the same schedule. Where else can you get that?
Nowhere.
Yeah.
Unless you work for yourself, which we tried and it didn't work.
Well, it didn't work because we didn't have a stable foundation because of the circumstances in which that we did not have our jobs anymore. It was unexpected, so it's not like we were just like, all right, let's go for it. It was just kind of like, we need to try this.
And it kept us afloat for 6 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'd rather actually have a job.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. But yep.
So now we've got new goals. We're going to try to get a new place because ours is way too tiny.
Oh, no, we're not going to try. We are.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Ain't no trying.
Especially we need a bigger podcast studio.
I need a better chair, and I got these crusty-ass headphones.
Well, this chair just leans back, so I'm like leaning on
I got a metal chair with a pillow on it.
I'm leaning on the record shelf to keep from leaning back too far. But like what you can see in this frame, like that Vicious Rumors poster over there all the way to right here for you video viewers.
For all you video boys out there.
That is the whole room there. It's like a closet, pretty much, this room.
Pretty much, yeah.
And it's like it's a square. It's, the same distance that way.
It used to be storage.
But now it's our recording studio, control room / podcast studio.
Yeah, we got to work with what we got here, everybody.
But it's like we're going to try and hopefully it'd be nice to move this year, but hopefully by next year we can.
Yeah, at least I want to be in the procedure of moving by next year. That's my goal. And before it was that, when we got jobs somewhere else, but we were dumbasses. Mm-hmm. Because we finally had money and we were like, I want to get this and this and this. Probably the reason I have 1 million of band shirts.
Yeah. You have so many band shirts, the drawer's overflowing.
You do too.
Yeah.
Don't be looking at me with them judgmental eyes. You are too.
You bought them for me.
Yes, I did.
Because you're like, I got 5 shirts, I'll buy you 3 shirts. I was like, okay.
5, get it.
That one day you got like a big bag full of shirts.
They were on sale.
Yes, but I've got so many.
I was getting, huh?
I've got so many guitars that they're just piling up everywhere. Yeah,
I got drum stuff. I got an electric kit that I still really like, and I got action figures too. Might have had a little problem with that because I was like, look at this deal on eBay, and I'd be like, I did get some good fucking deals, though, for real. Like those Kotobukiya, however you say it, the not the Play Arts Final Fantasy VIII figures, the big vinyl Kotobukiya, however you fucking say it, that were made when 8 came out, like before it.
Final Fantasy VIII.
Yeah, when Final Fantasy VIII came out, before it came out, and they just had to base it on the little character pictures. I got them, and they're really expensive, and I got really good deals on them. But I just got Laguna and Quistis. I will get at least Squall.
Well, you didn't get a a different series of Squall. That's a
I
little
got the
shorter.
Play Arts one.
Oh, is it Play Arts?
Yes, because the Bandai figures are the little fellas.
But it's not the weird Play Arts with the fuzzy hips.
That's
Yeah, that's for Dissidia.
yeah, and the really weird one was for the fuck was I gonna say? Dragonheart? What does that sound like? A made up thing?
Dragonheart, the movie?
I don't know.
Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, but there's not a...
He's got like this weird gunblade key shit with a mullet and...
What? I've never seen that one. I mean, in the game, he's got like a vest instead of a jacket.
It's like he's got like something blue on.
But he's got his normal hair. He doesn't have a mullet.
Why in the hell did I see...
It's all black.
I don't know. Well, my point was I got a lot of action figures. We got a lot of stuff we didn't need, but we did get some good stuff. We did get some useful stuff. But this time, we know how it is to do without. Pretty much to... I wouldn't say the extreme, because it never got that bad, but it was not great. It was not great.
Nope.
But, yep, I feel like... it got better. Okay, he's showing me. Is that Leon? He does too have one. He's got like a mullet thing going on.
Well, if that's a mullet, then I've got a mullet.
You don't have a mullet. He's got like...
It's long hair. It's just pushed behind his ear.
Okay, well, we could argue about Squall later. But,
We're going to have a big argument, and it's going to
she's
lead
gonna
up
throw
to
stuff,
a fist fight.
and then food fight.
And the cat's going to be crying in her room, wishing we'd stop.
They're gonna get divorced. Double cat treats, never mind.
2 Christmases.
Shit, I want to be... We're starting to make it so that she just eats 2 times a day. The amount that she was supposed to. Because we looked into it and we were like, oh.
Yeah, because she's starting to be a biggin.
Yeah, I don't want the cat to be unhealthy, so we just give her how much she's supposed to have. I'm pretty sure she doesn't like it, but it's better to do that when they're younger. Because if you... Like, my God. My cat Jasper, when my parents had to... Like, after I, wasn't there, and he got older, and they had to change his diet, he would just wait at the food bowl for 6 o'clock. And he's a big fella. He needed a kitty hover around. But, like, he heard those little pebbles of food, and if he were upstairs, he'd be like, ba-dum, 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 down the basement, because that's where his food was. He'd be there. So I think it's better to do that now before she's like, food!
But she's already like that.
If you open it, oh my God, I don't eat tuna fish at home anymore. I love tuna, but good Lord. If I open that, she's like, food for me? Is it for me? Food for me? That's food for me. You're going to have to give me that food for me. Hey, what are you doing with that? Don't put that in your mouth. Mine. Yeah.
Well, you want to talk about Mortuary
Yeah.
now?
Okay. Would you agree that this cover is way better than the movie?
Oh, yes.
That's the case for most movies. That's a badass cover, because we both had seen it, like, not at the same time, because we were talking about, oh, we should watch that. I was like, oh yeah, I saw that cover.
Yeah, the movies.
All I could think of is, like, helmet hair, and that face that he made when she walked away, and he went, huh. There were so many lines that, the dude at the fucking flower shop. I'll tell you one thing, mister. You'd better get out of here. It's like, who was like, who could... It's probably the guy that got everybody coffee or something. And he just bugged him like, can I please be in the movie? Please.
I'll read the back. The wedding of the year is about to take place, unbeknownst to the bride-to-be, in a blood-curdling modern-day horror story of obsessive love. The mysterious death of Christie's psychologist father triggers a bizarre chain of events, with the common link being the mortician and his son. What grisly horrors lie behind the doors of the local mortuary? You'll soon find out in this edge-of-your-seat thriller where black is the proper wedding attire. Starring Lydia Day George, Mary McDonough, David Wallace,
Fast forward.
Bill S. Paxton Esquire, Christopher George. Directed and produced by Howard Avitas.
Bill Paxton is the mortician's son. And you know what I keep thinking? God, what's that Tankard song that's like, something, something, be careful, something, something, careful, carefully. Oh, Mercenary. But yeah. I keep putting Mortuary in its place in my head. I don't know why. The German thrash band from the 80s. They're not very good anymore. You heard them lately?
What, you say Tankard?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of... Well, I mean, that dude's a big old boy.
Oh, my God.
He's had a few too many tankards himself.
He could like, sumo wrestler Vince Neil. Jesus Christ. I was like, whoa. He might have sipped on too many of them. Yeah. But appreciate what he did back in the day.
Space beer.
Is that what it's called? Like the newer one or something?
No,
I remember there being something
albums.
about space. Oh.
Yeah, it's from the
Seriously?
80s. Space, yeah.
The one I listened to the most was something with zombies on the couch. I forget the name of the album. It's been a while.
Whatever that's called. Back to Mortuary. The whole time we were watching this, you were just making fun of poor David Wallace's hair.
It was terrible. I was like, look at this motherfucker with his hat hair. It's terrible. It's like...
I mean, it's just like a...
It looks like if you got cotton candy and the dude made it wrong and then just turned it into hair and plopped it on somebody's head and then put a hat on and then took it off.
He's got like 70s disco haircut, like David Soul from Starsky and Hutch hair.
No, that dude looks
Yes, he does.
that dude looks like he didn't wash it in like a week and he had on a baseball hat or a helmet. Look at that shit. It's like somebody just put 10 pounds of gel on top and then he stood like looking down somehow into a turbine engine and was like...
Yeah, but that's what like everybody's hair looked like back then.
I would have been out of that fat. I don't know why I would have had a helmet. Could you imagine me with that haircut?
Yeah.
Should I do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Press 3 if you'd like me to do that.
Let's see. Let me find a picture of David Soul when he was in Starsky and Hutch.
Okay, so, yeah, okay. First off, the mortician's son would not be able to be like, here I go, gonna bomb someone. You can't do that. You can't. You have to go to college, and you have to have proper licensing and all that shit. You gotta go to college for like 5 years. Who's that?
David Soul.
That is not the same hair. That's not the same hair. But I know what 70s hair looks like. That dude looks like some 6th grader in 2005. But
he's a trendsetter.
Okay, but I have a friend, my buddy Lauren. She is an embalmer and a funeral director, and she had to go to school for a long time and study hard. This kid's just like, look at me, I can embalm.
I'm running the family business.
That's like in Step Brothers when he's like...
I'm a medical doctor.
He's like... He said he wants to be part of the family business. And she's like, family business? Aren't you a doctor? He's like, yeah, I know. That's not how that works. It's like, well, my dad is a scientist or a brain surgeon, so let me just get this bone saw and get to work. You can't do that.
Yeah, you can.
You can, but you'll go to jail for manslaughter and what would it be? Impersonating a doctor?
Yeah.
Whatever Sandy said she was going to charge Patrick with. Those old SpongeBob episodes are gold. But yeah. I was like, you can't. I understand that he would be weird because he would be the mortician's son. Because I could see where kids would be like, oh, he's weird. Dude was skipping through the graveyard being like, gonna go give my mom flowers, want one? Hey, hey, boop, boop, boop. And then the guy
Hey, Christy, do you want to go listen to Mozart?
You were like, I knew he was a bad guy right off the bat because he wanted to listen to Mozart instead of the Doors because he had the Doors. It was the first album.
Mm-hmm. Which just celebrated its anniversary yesterday.
Oh.
Or the day before yesterday.
That's probably one of the first records I heard because my dad, let me listen to his records. And he had a record player down in the basement. And I listened to the Doors. But who's like, want to come over and listen to Mozart? Is that making out music? I'm going to go with no. I'd be like, what the is your grandma here? What's going on? Mozart?
And I forgot to mention that the main character, Greg, he kept reminding me of Trey Parker.
Well, the ridiculousness of it definitely reminds me of...
Well, it was something to do with, like, from his nose down on his face, he's just like, I don't mean to sound queer or nothing, but I think you're dead.
What do we keep saying? We kept saying that. I don't mean to sound queer or nothing, but I think I'm going to have to embalm you. But and the mom. It's like, but Mom... You can't tell me what to do. I'm your child. It was that kind of dialogue. Like, but your dad was his patient, and that's why he went crazy. Tries not to look at camera.
Yeah.
It's like Thornton Reed in Dark Place. When he always tries not to look at the camera. That acting was better than that. Oh, my God.
Did it ever explain why the dad, the mortician, was having...
a seance? And they were like, oh, look at him. I saw this last week.
I would have said that's more like a ritual.
Yeah, that wasn't...
seance.
That was...
Seance is like sitting at a table.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, is there something else to this? That it's a seance? Because if I saw that, I'd be... Okay, if I saw that, I wouldn't be like, is that your friend's mom?
He just does that. I know. Is that my girlfriend's mom? Remember, he thought it was...
But he was just like,
Let's go get those tires, because the beginning of the movie is them trying to steal some tires from the dude's boss that he got fired from.
And the reason he got fired was because he saw the seance. What the fuck were they? What even were they doing?
They're just dancing around a little fire pit thing.
How do you get that going?
Inside of a warehouse.
Hey, I don't know if you'd like to join me, but you and your friends are welcome to dance around in some robes and go, oh, whatever the hell, and then just walk outside if you want. We're meeting at 7 tonight. Afterwards, we're going to get KFC if you want to. That's why they were all there. Food afterwards. Coffee. Donuts. But why? That was meant to be the deceiving point, right?
Yeah.
And you just got this weirdo skipping around the graveyard like, la, 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 my mom's dead. Woo!
My mom committed suicide, so I'm a weirdo.
His mom, okay, but he faked his mom's death. Or his mom faked. But why? He just sprinkled that in there at the end.
Yeah.
The bad exposition is added onto by there just being these weird details that should have been explained more, which would warrant more exposition, but they're just like, oh yeah, my mom's not dead. She faked her death.
Right at the end of the movie.
Yeah. What was that? Is that what happened, or is that what you did?
That's what happened. She got out of her chair and like...
That is the kind of noise that she made, for real. But, okay, I don't even get the twist at the end. It's like, were the people not dead? Because there were these people going missing or being murdered, and everybody's like, natural causes, like in these bad movies. And the person was clearly murdered. And then they were trying to make you believe that the main character's girlfriend, who is also the main character, I guess, her mom, who looked like she was like 3 years older than her, their dad died, and she was like, you don't even care, Dad's dead. She was like, don't you say that.
I'm going on a date with Brewski Doosker.
Sounds like a band.
Hoosker Doosker? Or...
Hoosker Doo?
Hoosker
Doo. Sorry, I just snorted in the mic there. But it's just like all all this stuff you keep squeaking over there. All this. It's like, okay, the dad's dead. The dad's death is a mystery.
The beginning of the movie, when it just him sitting by the pool and then
the bat. We both thought that he was like, you know, when you slowly.
Like you're about to hit someone.
So you're like, that's where I'm gonna hit him. That was the hit, and we were like,
huh? Which it was slow mo, but still.
It was like they thought, oh, this is slow mo. I'll be good. It's like, nope, that was terrible.
It's like maybe the slow mo will hide that we're just barely hitting him with it, but no.
But then he's in the pool and he's there. It's like they were like, drown.
Yeah, because he's like looking up.
What? It'd be funny if you could see him saying, "What? I can't hear you.
I'm in the water.
This is kind of cold. My balls are shriveling up.
I've got to pee.
I already did. It kind of warmed it up, so it's okay." It's like, let's just keep this take.
And the girl keeps dreaming about her dad dying, but she's like moaning like she's getting banged. She's like, "Daddy, Daddy." It's like, what the hell? You dreaming about your dad, or you getting raped by a ghost?
This is all Dan Aykroyd's fault. And, yeah. And she keeps dreaming about it. Her mom's like, "You're imagining." Because her mouth was... Like, she talked weird and she had this giant forehead. Like, I kept expecting a plane to land on it.
Lydia Day George.
Lady needed some bangs or fringe.
And she needed to pull up her shirt, which I'm sure that was the draw, I guess.
Yeah. Look at the mother and daughter. Boobs. Boobs. But yeah. It's just so much stuff. And then she was in that weird seance thing, which...
It's even on the back.
That her daughter was really strange looking.
Yeah. Like,
very frickly.
She was 22, but she looked like she was like 40.
But Mom, you told me I could stay out till 8:30.
But she's supposed to be like an 18-year-old or something like that.
It's like we were just watching the new Cobra Kai episodes, and he's like, "But I can't drive." And Aaron's like, "You're like 40. Yeah, no. You can." He's like 20-something now.
Yeah, but it's what Cobra Kai is supposed to be like within a few weeks, like all these seasons. But
the one kid lost a bunch of weight.
Yeah,
and they kind of made fun of that or pointed it out or something.
It's called a growth spurt, and then the main kid got kind of chunky.
Yeah.
So he's got kind of a, which, I mean, I can cover mine up with a beard, but he's got a double chin going on.
But back to Mortuary. Okay, so you know how this would have been cooler? If there was a cult and it was going a direction that it was leading you to, and if they worked the mortician and the son into their killings.
Yeah.
And each member of the cult was going around killing people, and the reason that they killed the dad was more, evil. Or he found something. It was just like, no, wait, let's do this. And it just makes no sense.
Yeah.
Also, the guy, Bill Paxton, reminded me of if they wanted Herbert West.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah, I don't know what it was about him. I guess that he was just like, he's not a scientist, but he was, dealing with dead bodies and stuff, and
little scrawny
the opposite
guy.
of Reanimator. I don't know what it was. He just kind of reminded me of Herbert West. And so it turns out he's the one killing people because he wants Christy, the main character.
I think that was her name, wasn't it?
Let's go with that.
Yeah, Christy's psychologist father.
Yes, and he was the dad's patient. The mortician's son was Christy's dad's patient, and he asked him if he could marry Christy, and he was like, no. So he killed him.
Yeah.
By brushing him with a bat.
And pushing him into the pool.
The dude couldn't swim? What was he doing in swim trunks in a pool if he couldn't swim?
Well, he wasn't in the pool. He's sitting next to the pool under an umbrella. enjoying his
Yeah, but
pool.
who gets a pool and is like, well, I can't swim, but it's nice. Maybe Lars Ulrich. I just wanted a pool because, well, the reason that I wanted the pool was just because, pools are,
And I think we in Metallica really deserve a pool at every one of our summer homes. And our winter homes.
and our other homes, just in case we need another home. And then our other homes. Okay, I could imitate Lars forever, but anyhow. The plot was convoluted. It was steering you in a deceptive direction when the actual direction probably would have been better. But my God, what did they spend that budget on?
All the
Crack?
all the cool cars. The main girl Christy drives a 81 Mazda 626 coupe. That was pretty cool. Greg has this really nice
Blue van.
70s short Ford Econoline. And
I like how I say blue van, and he's like, "Do you was?"
And then the mortician's car was an AMC Matador station wagon. That's kind of cool. And then all the cars in the background were awesome, just because it was from 1983, so all the cars were awesome.
Yeah.
Even the crappy ones are better than a Prius or a Tesla.
Yep. Yeah. I wouldn't. I'd rather drive a cool shit bucket any day over.
You'd rather drive a Smart for 2 Passion.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Sorry, Tony.
But the budget and the acting. It's like the dude in the flower store, though. Let's get back to him.
Well, the budget was $250,000 apparently.
And for 83, that's pretty good for a what studio? What did this?
Ovation.
I don't.
That's just some little rinky-dink studio.
Damn. All right.
It's one of those movies that just starts with no previews or no logos or anything.
You know what the budget was? The cover.
Yeah.
Just
Painting.
figured it out. Yeah, but okay, also, the way that it was shot, I know it was low budget, but look at Evil Dead. Look at the innovation. Look at the directing techniques and the shooting techniques and the everything they used. And then you got the dude in makeup and a hood, and they didn't even change the camera angle. It's and he was just standing at the door ah! And then she ran away screaming, and he was still like, do I go? Now? Yes, now. Okay.
Yeah,
Over here?
But The Evil Dead was directed by a young person that was an innovator, and this was directed by some guy that's been around for a little while and was stuck in the 70s. It's very cheap 70s horror movie.
Yeah, but it didn't even make sense at all. At least there's some plots.
Yeah. See, doesn't say who wrote it. It was directed and produced by Howard Avitas.
So what? Any redeeming things from this movie? Because the plot, summed up, is the girl Christy and her boyfriend Greg who
Hey,
like
Christy,
each other.
you want to go get it on in front of the fireplace?
Why did he have to make a fire every time? Is that the signal?
If I get this fire going, we're going to be getting it on.
My fire's getting going, if you know what I mean. She's like, no.
And then the mom always walks in like, I'm so glad you're such a good boy, Greg. He's like, I think I know what you're talking about, Mrs. Christie's mom.
He said that?
No.
I wouldn't have been surprised. That's how bad it was. Maybe I just missed it.
We should remake this ourselves.
But they were like...
And then the awkward sex scene where they were just like...
We thought her ass was his ass. I was like, that's what we said.
Is that his ass or her?
No, he said, I don't mean to be a queer or nothing, but you got the weirdest ass I've ever seen. Who just gets naked and lays there and is like, because it was like, what are you guys doing? What do you guys got? Okay, check. We got the fire going. Check. We're naked. Check.
They got the sex music playing.
The part where the power just kept going out and they were like...
But, I mean, it was okay the first couple times. It
Yes.
just kept going and kept going.
It's like all of the footage that you would shoot so you could be like, okay, we'll take that part. All right. They just kept it. They were like, who cares? This movie's weird anyway.
Sounds good to me.
Let's wrap this up and get some taco baco. Wait, what was Cluckenbell?
Cluckenbell?
Yeah.
From Grand Theft Auto?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
He maybe did. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't.
No, he maybe did.
Maybe he did what?
He maybe did. Press 5 if you like Flight of the Conchords.
Well, wait. Okay, but back to when the power was going. What was the deal with that? Was somebody supposed to have been doing that? Was it supposed to be old Henry Skippity Doo from the graveyard who's crazy?
I don't know. I guess so. I never did say.
When it did that, I was like, nose for rat too. Like when he's flipping on and off the switch in the SpongeBob, when the hash slinging, the crash dinging. Yes, but anyhow. Yeah, that part was ridiculous. And then when she's like, "Oh, Greg, do you want to bang again? Are you making a fire?" And he's like, "I might be." And then she walked away and was like, "I'll go." She said some weird thing. She was like, "I'll go get us some orange juice." It was like something really weird.
What was there's something weird at the beginning of it that we were like, that doesn't make sense. I can't remember what it was now, though. Well, if you watch this movie, tell us what the weird quote was at the beginning that doesn't make any sense.
Tell us what we said. Do it.
Something between Greg and Christy is like, huh?
Oh. Thanks for the ride. I'd prefer a kiss.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, because he was like, thanks for the ride. And then she was like, I'd prefer a kiss.
And it was almost like they didn't want to kiss, like in real life, because they were just like...
But like,
oh, yeah, tuna and egg salad.
So we said like maybe like was she just gonna leave him there and just give him a kiss and then he's just gonna appear at his house?
I prefer kisses instead of rides. I like staying in the same place.
Would you like to know more? But like why'd they crawl into the back seat and then like his parents are like, Greg, is that you? And then he's like, yes, Mom, I was getting a ride home from Christy.
And it's like, pretend like you were about to have sex. It's like, okay. And then he just like pulls his jacket half off, but he's pulling his jacket half off as he's getting out of the car, and then he pulls it back on. Like, you couldn't have even stopped in the car and been like, okay, here we go. Mess up that hair.
Alright, so what rating would you give Mortuary?
Out of 10?
Yeah. How many wet kisses?
3.
3 wet kisses out of 10?
We got $5.99 for $6. 3. That's what I give it. I don't know. 3's like unwatchable.
I mean, I'd give it a 5 for the cover art and the cars.
It got a 5.5 on IMDb. Wow, you're giving a lot to that cover there.
I mean, the covers.
That lends like 1 point.
I would get that poster.
Yeah. I want a poster of him doing that. That's what I was going to say when he made the fire and she was like, I'm going to go get some insert weird thing here that people wouldn't usually eat or drink regularly for having sex or good time. And she walks away and then he goes, and then goes back to what he's doing. And we were like, what was that? I don't know. And then, when the killer comes, but why were they, I'm just so confused. Why were there seances? Why was the mortician guy having seances in his warehouse? Why were they all in rows? Why were they chanting nonsense? They weren't even chanting. They were just like, oh.
Praise be, baby Jesus.
No, that's the thing from Final Fantasy X I was doing. They should have been doing the menu for Castlevania Symphony of the Night. And be like, hell yeah, brother.
Let's see, who wrote this? Hey, the poster's only $20.
I wouldn't pay $20 for that.
It was written. It made $4.3 million in gross sales.
What?
Like box office plus PHS sales.
Oh, okay. So
around the world.
The tape sales saved him there because a lot of people didn't have the advantage of having their stuff on tape.
I didn't go to IMDb.
I didn't go to squirrels.com. Why are squirrels now my background?
Is known internationally as embalmed.
Oh yeah,
Get out here! I'm going to embalm you. And
he didn't say it that raspy because he said that earlier. I was like, "Who's saying that? Farmer Fran?"
It was written by. Oh, it was written by the director. I wonder why it doesn't say it on the. It just says it's.
Maybe he's like,
"Don't tell him I wrote it."
I was on drugs, not the good ones.
See, what else did he work on?
There are no good drugs, kids.
He worked on Kidnapped, 1987.
He said kidnapped.
They're Playing with Fire, 1984. Separate Ways, 1981. The Fifth Floor, 1978. And as Hikmet Avidas, because that's his real first name, he did Texas Detour, Scorchy, Dr. Minx.
What? What? Was that all one title? Go back there.
Texas,
we saw Scorchy. What?
Texas Detour, Scorchy, Dr. Minx.
That sounds like somebody's pet hamster that farts a lot.
The Specialist, and The Teacher, and then The Stepmother.
These sound like stingers.
What is Scorchy? Oh.
So like porn?
No. It's a 1976 American crime film starring Connie Stevens, Casare DeNova, William Smith. Is that the same William Smith from like the action movies?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. This is out of nowhere. But you know what I dislike about the Cobra Kai in the new season? A, filler. B, don't you bring Bloodsport into this. Leave Jean-Claude Van Damme out of your little kid escapades. All right, back to Mortuary.
He punched him in the balls. That was hilarious.
It was like being at a theater. If they read it like that reaction I just had, I was like, where have I felt that before? Oh yeah, in the theater when people were being stupid and obnoxious. Yeah. Don't you bring Jean-Claude Van Damme into this.
Hey, this movie was not produced by Howard Avidas, even though it says it on the back. It was produced by Edward L. Montoro and Marlene Schmidt.
My good friends.
And the cinematography was by Gary Graver.
We both gotta hold it. This... I didn't finish with the plot here. It's okay, so this plot, like, did they ever say it out loud?
Say what?
The plot? And everybody was like, yeah, that sounds good to me.
Oh, well.
Let's get going.
Or maybe they just made it up as they were going along.
Okay, so they see a seance in the mortuary. There's Christy's mom, who is Greg's girlfriend's mom, in the seance. And they're all just chanting in robes and then they leave. And then the one kid gets, like, freaked out because they never explained what was going on with that.
Was what?
Who was the lady sticking out of the grave, of the casket?
That was his mom.
Whose mom?
The mortician's son's mom. The mortician's wife.
Okay, so the kid that was stealing the tires of Greg was like, "Wah, wah, wah," and then he ran out
Because
and took off in his van.
He pushed the tires over, like, to leave.
Yeah, and then he was like, "Oh, where are you going?" His acting wasn't bad. It wasn't great.
But then he saw her arm sticking out of the casket, and he goes, "Oh, Mrs. whatever their last name was."
Yeah, and then he screams and runs away, but then he gets killed by who you don't know is Bill Paxton's character at the time, whose name I do not remember, the mortician's son, because he stabs, that's his thing, he stabs everybody with an embalming
Paul Andrews.
Thing.
And his dad was Hank Andrews, and his mom was Mrs. Andrews.
Really?
They didn't give her a first name.
Okay, so that kid's dead that he was with, and he doesn't know that, so that fat kid at the skating rink.
Jim.
Maybe he's in the woman's head. It was like he was waiting for a laugh track. I was like...
That roller skating scene just kept going.
Yes, and he was like falling, and the camera was moving around like they were just... It was somebody's home movie.
Yeah.
It's like... in Ed, Ed and Eddie, where they were trying to film for Eddie's brother, and they had the cardboard cutouts of people on chickens, and the camera's falling over. That's what it makes me think of.
And there's that one dude in the funky suit roller skating.
Oh, that guy was the best part of the movie right there. He was like, I'm in a movie and I'm gonna give it all I got. He was wearing, it looked like he went in Prince's closet and just got the whitest suit. Like it was like sparkly white, and it was like all fluffed up and stuff. That dude was,
and he was doing all the roller skating tricks.
I was like, that guy should get an award. But then it was like the fat guy falling down and being like, oh, that's just me. And then he got popcorn poured on his head because he was like, maybe he's late. Or it was like some line that didn't even warrant. And we thought it was going to be a milkshake.
Yeah, but it was popcorn.
Why would you waste popcorn? You know how many old Amish people are starving and need popcorn? Because there's like, if there's popcorn anywhere for free or 50 cents, there's an old Amish guy holding a bag full of popcorn. Am I wrong?
No.
Or old people. Old people love popcorn.
It reminds me of the vaudeville days.
That's all we had back then. You went in the field and you warmed it up with your butt until it started popping.
Back when I used to date Estelle Getty, we all just ate popcorn.
Who is Estelle Getty?
What's her name on the Golden Girls? The mom.
Oh my God, she's ancient. Is she dead yet?
She's been dead.
Oh, all right. Are they all dead?
Yeah, Betty White was the last one. They were all the same age except for...
Dorothy?
No.
Dorothy was in World War II. Her character...
Blanche.
Her actual...
Like, her actual... What? You're talking about B?
Yes. Yeah. That's her name. I forget her last name. B. No.
B. Arthur.
Wait, really?
Yes, Beatrice Arthur.
Okay, yeah. She was in World War II. She worked in a factory like a lot of women did.
It's
working on planes and stuff.
It's B. Arthur, Estelle Getty, and then Betty White, and then Rue McClanahan.
Yeah, I remember her name.
She was the youngest. She was born in like 1934 or something. The rest of them were born in like 23 or 22 because Betty White would have been 100 in a few days.
I saw the magazines that said like Betty White turns 100, and I was like, should have waited a little bit.
Yeah. It's like, she had like 13 days to go.
Mm-hmm. She led a good life. Who doesn't like the Golden Girls? It's funny.
Who likes the Golden Palace? Or that,
what is that?
Remember we tried watching it? It was like the sequel show like where they own a crappy hotel.
I thought that was the first episode.
What? No. It was like one season, and it was awful.
Oh.
And one of I don't think B. Arthur was in it. I think it was just... it was just the other three.
How did we get from Mortuary to the Golden Girls? I can't watch the Golden Girls like over and over and over again, though. If it's on, it's funny, but I'm not going to be like, I'm going to sit down and watch the Golden Girls. The only real life thing I like watching is probably Trailer Park Boys. I could watch every episode up until it gets bad. What would you give Mortuary?
I already said a 5. Don't throw it at your face. I already said I'd give it a 5 for the cars and the poster.
I give it a throw. I don't sleep.
I don't watch Mortuary. But, I mean, I'd watch it again just because it was goofy.
Yes. Goofy factor bumps it up. You know what? 3, I feel like, is unwatchable. Final verdict. 4.5.
4.5?
4.5.
I'm sure it's on some streaming service. It's probably
Tubi?
Well, I was trying to think of it's probably public domain.
It's probably on YouTube. We watched this on our new VCR.
Our new old 1985 VCR.
That thing is way better than the more recent one. I feel like an old person, but that's how it goes. If it was made in like the 70s or 80s, this shit still works. Mm-hmm. Unless it's a Laserdisc player.
Well, that's physically broken.
Not mentally. It's still hanging in there.
Or
We were going to get Christy's dad to be a psychiatrist, but he got dead in the pool.
Don't want to sound like a queer or nothing, but your dad's dead in the pool, Christy. Your dad's looking pretty good in that Speedo with that afro. Yeah, and that suit that he put him in. Like, how long was he dead? And he had him at the wedding at the end.
Yo, why did the one guy have clown makeup on? What was with that?
Because he was a clown. What? I was trying to read what his shirt said the whole time, but I couldn't make it out.
No, the picture quality was not great. And all I could think of was when he's just doing chicken noises over and over again. And the guy...
He's like asking him questions, and he's just like, "Bird," it's turkey noise. He's
like, "Oh, you turkey!" It's banter between friends.
You turkey!
I'm gonna get out there and pinch your patootie.
All right, so what are we gonna talk about next week?
So you're going in for a high five? I don't know.
You're leaving me hanging.
You had to do it way up high.
We can talk about Shrek.
Oh my God,
2.
no Shrek. Enough with this.
We can talk about Zombie.
I don't know, but we just got you got a bunch of tapes.
Yep.
So we'll probably watch one of them. Talk about that.
Or we can watch the Buttercream Gang. And the Buttercream Gang 2.
You could have your own podcast and talk about Shrek and the Buttercream Gang.
It's the Butter Shrek podcast.
Butter Shrek.
The Shrek Cream podcast.
Oh no! Shrek Cream.
Brought to you in part
the fuck's
by
in that? Like
Smash
green
Mouth.
goo, poop, and Smash Mouth lyrics?
Yep.
I don't want to be a part of that. I feel like it'd be stinky.
Probably.
And sweaty and sticks on everything. Or let it harden and keep it forever.
It's Floam! Got you covered. Floam! It's covered in Floam.
Got a scooter? Put some foam on it. Every kid on the block will be like, why did you do that?
Floam your skateboard, your bike, anything you like.
So many times. Who else gets commercials just randomly?
Floam is not available in all 50 states. Go to your doctor if your penis starts to swell more than 5 inches in girth.
Floam your penis. Don't tell your parents. It'll be our secret. Shh.
Make sure you leave a pee hole so you can pee.
Either that or save it up and just blast it out of there. Make a game of it.
All right, let's get out of here.
Make a pea flung target.
No more flown pea. Let's go. All right.
Wait, what was that? What was that commercial for? It was like Twist a Braid. I don't know. That's the one I always get stuck in my head.
I always get skip it, skip it,
Oh my
skip it, skip it.
Damn it! What was the? It's gonna be stuck in my head. I had to watch it. It was stuck in my head so bad. It was like
I'm a badass cowboy living in the bad
That's all I
cowboy
can
days.
think of. Call 1-855-555-5555 for your Cartman song as a ringtone.
Have you or a loved one ever been shot in the face with a 12-gauge shotgun? Please call Linda Day George for consultation.
Consultation?
Yeah. It's like being counseled and consultation at the same time.
Your call's very important to us. Damn, what was it? It was like a, you know what? I'll get back to you on that. Thanks. It's like a fucking.
It's right there on the tip of your nuts. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma or asbestos-related cancer, you may have important legal rights to subject their limits. You may be entitled to compensation from employers, manufacturers, or other responsible for your asbestos exposure. Are you looking up the Twist a Braid?
Yes, I am. I went from Dark Throne to Twist a Braid. Oh, it's Quick Rap from Conair. That.
Quick Rap?
Yes,
what the hell
Quick
is
Rap.
Quick Rap?
Quick Rap from Conair. Yeah, it's a rap.
What? I don't even remember that one.
It's Quick Rap from Conair. All your friends will be like, why'd you do that to your hair? Yes, it says I watched it.
Huh? You send that to Stevie T.
One of the comments on the video I remember was, I was in love with that one girl in the red shirt.
What?
It's like, what? It was like 5 seconds of her, and somebody was like, that's my wife.
We've been married for 15 years. We've got 4 kids, and we're very happy.
And they all use Conair Quick Rap. From Conair, yeah, it's a rap. It was our wedding song. And the rest of the band played there, but they couldn't play, so the actual band was backstage, and they got little weenie raps. Pretty good.
Stupid ad. Go away, you dang ad.
I'm playing Wild Wild West. I have to leave soon, Eric. But me and Artemis Clyde Frog still have to do our love scene with Selma Hayek. Come down as soon as you're done. Well, I'm a badass cowboy living in the cowboy days. Wiggy, wiggy, sky, yo, yo, bang, bang.
I like how he's singing it to Shelley at the end, and she's like,
Wiggy, 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 fresh cowboy from the west side.
All right. See you later, everybody.
Bye.
See you next week.
Sorry.
If you get that, go
No,
watch.
I just feel like apologizing in general. Sorry.
Go watch the South Park episode Cat Orgy, because that's what that was. See ya.
Bye.
Well, I'm a badass cowboy living in the cowboy days. Wiggy, wiggy, scratch, yo, bang, bang.